join me on a little work day. Wouldn't that be fun? Hello lovely souls, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Chiara. I'm a freelance illustrator and artist capturing the people, places and stories of the planet. And if you're not new here, then welcome. I'm so glad you would join me. Today, we're just diving straight into it. The reason being is because I realized I've never actually taken you on like a full sort of day in the life. I always want this to be a space where it's like transparent and honest. We're going to be talking all topics: money, markets, marketing, all whilst I just get on with a working day because I could use your company. Freelance is quite lonely. Don't forget to do all those YouTubey things like subscribe, comment, because it really does help. And I have a very exciting announcement coming up in this video. So let's just get working, shall we? Because there's a lot to be done today. Hello, I'm breaking up the segment just with a little hi. Sorry, there's a huge delivery van outside and they're looking in at me right now and I feel really awkward. Oh, I feel like I might need to move you. Bear with, bear with, bear with, bear with, bear with. I'm interrupting to check in with you. I feel like I've not actually shared a whole sort of day in the life, and I thought it would be interesting to share the uninteresting because today isn't really that riveting a day, if I'm being completely honest. It's more just I need to keep things ticking over whilst I wait for client feedback. When I put out my videos, I never ever want people to get the wrong impression of what freelance looks like. It's very easy to only share when I'm working to exciting deadlines or when I'm painting and producing a new product. In reality, this week especially has been very eye-opening and overwhelming. I really felt how lonely freelance actually is, and how self-reliant, efficient and thick-skinned you really have to be. I had 2 projects that I actually didn't tell anybody about, because keeping things sometimes to myself means that I don't have to express just how upset I am with something if it falls through. I want it to be honest. So I had 2 relatively big clients fall through. I genuinely thought this could really give me like a huge breakthrough. And not just a huge breakthrough, but a huge financial support, because freelance illustration, believe it or not, isn't the most lucrative career. It can be, but I think until you find your people and really like hone your craft, it can be difficult. Meanwhile, I had everything else to juggle, like market prep, Patreon. I know my Patreon people watch my YouTube videos, and I love you so much. So yeah, juggling all the different bits of this business, like all my platforms, answering emails in between, market prep, wholesale order that I've got to fulfill, my own online store, etc, whilst filming and editing. In between that, not only was I rejected 2 major client jobs, but I've had to reject, I think it's maybe about 5 or 6 proposed sponsorships. Freelance can be feast or famine, or at least that is how it feels. But the proposed sponsorships were not really something that I feel align with me. I'm not going to throw out brand names. Some of them either didn't pay at all, paid pennies, or were in return for a product. And whilst sometimes I feel like that is okay to accept, some of them, I was just shocked by the emails. I really felt like they were just trying to take creatives for granted. I told myself I am only ever going to work with brands or sponsors that truly align with my vision, my audience, and what I'm trying to do here, which is the perfect segue for today's sponsor. So thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, because they are a brand that I completely align with. As somebody that's constantly wanting to learn and stay curious, to be quite honest, I always have to learn more as my business goes in different directions or I continue to grow. Skillshare are an online platform that encourage learning, creativity, curiosity, all through digestible and user-friendly classes. This month I've been enjoying Andy J. Pizza's classes. He is the most amazing visual storyteller, podcaster, picture book author, illustrator, writer, like just mwah, chef's kiss, and everything I look up to and want to get to. So when I saw that he had classes, I was like, make me a member ASAP. I've admired his work for a long time because of his unique way to share and tell stories authentically with his audience. And something that I've always found pretty difficult was marketing or selling my work. But these classes completely reframed my mindset on what marketing looks like. It's taught me to simply show up as my authentic self and lean into aspects that I enjoy, and that actually certain quirks could be my superpower and help lead me in the direction of finding my people, ultimately growing longer lasting connections with said audience. There are literally hundreds of unique classes for you to choose from. And if you're anything like me and are just constantly eager to learn, then Skillshare is the place to be. If you scan the QR code or you hit the link in the description box, Skillshare are giving the first 500 people to sign up through my link not only a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, but 20% off in the month of November for their first payment. So, need I say more? Thank you again, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video and giving my audience the best present for the end of this year. Enjoy! And now we continue to work. I think I'm gonna call it a day. It is currently just gone 7 o'clock. Actually, it's been really helpful because not only has it held me accountable to stay productive, it's also kept me off my phone more, and most importantly, it's made me check in with myself this evening. Normally I just work. I'm really finding it difficult to shut off because there's always stuff to be done, but I'm really craving some human connection, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna take an evening stroll to go see my grandparents. At the end of the day, the work will always be there, but time with loved ones is so fragile and precious that's more important to me. So, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. I hope this space continues to be somewhere that you can go to feel uplifted and leave having gained something, because the internet is such a strange place these days. I just want this to remain like an uplifting platform for everybody. Don't forget to drop a comment below of what kind of things you would like to see in future videos, because it really does help me. But yeah, until next time, bye lovely souls.